In the previous video, I fixed a broken trim piece on the BMW steering wheel. After doing that, I realized that a simple $1 fuse was stopping the steering wheel from working entirely. We did a temporary fix to get it working, but when I tried to fix the front end, I discovered another broken bracket, putting the entire front assembly on hold. We start this episode with a glass company visiting the shop to install the new windshield. With that out of the way, the car finally has a brand new glass. Check this out, our new glass is in and we are one step closer to finishing this car. Let's continue. And welcome back to another day. I've already got the radiator bracket of this BMW and I've tried to make sure that all the pieces are matching up so we don't do this cycle of just trying to fix it, then we come short on parts and going on and on again. But I think we are close. Let me show you. So this is the radiator bracket that I already fitted in. Then I fitted this lower arm or lower crash arm to it. After you fitted this plastic shroud in, then you put the main crash bar, you put these supporting arms, which I've not tightened them up yet because I'm kind of sketching everything in. Then this plate goes in, which connects to this one, and the hood hinges go right after, one on the left, one on the right. And while you're connecting this left hood hinge, you have to also connect this air duct. They are one piece together, which it goes all the way back into this air box. It's very simple to connect them in, but so far I have not really tightened up any screws. I just wanted to make sure that we have all the parts that we need to finish this build. I guess what we can do next is to connect and install the headlights, which I hope that does not have any effect of tightening down any of these screws. So let's put the front headlights in, see how it looks, and from there we can continue on putting more bolts into this car. So I think before we go any further, the best thing we can do is to put the car on jack stands so we can remove these fenders. Then we will be able to have more room to work in. Plus, we need to be able to screw the front bumper in and then put these two fenders back in. Let's go for it. In order to get this car up on stands, you need to place your jack under the front end on the cross member. This way, you can lift the entire front of the car at once. After that, you can take off the front wheels and begin removing the inner fender lining by taking out the screws that hold it in place. Next, we installed both headlights to see if our replacement headlight actually works. Okay, I just want to give a quick test. The front headlights, see if they are working. All right. Okay, this one is back. This one is not working. I played around a bit with the connectors and I just think I didn't plug it in correctly. So let's give another shot. Oh. I think it's working. One light. And the second light. Now it's time to reinstall the lower skid plate to protect our brand new steering rack motor and the surrounding components. With that done, we can finally mount the front bumper and work on its alignment. So it's been few days, actually it's been a week, and this Beamer has more issues. I mean, when is this gonna end? I have no idea, but let me show it to you. So I checked with the scan tool, and apparently even though these are all working, this bonnet latch in the front. One is here, one is here. They are not locked out, but nevertheless, the ECU burns the fuse inside them, so we are getting a airbag light for those ones. Same goes with these pedestrian protection struts, or whatever you call it, you name it. So these are not deployed, but again, the system doesn't like it. The ECU says that they need to be replaced, and that's what we need to do in order to be able to safely pass the inspection and get a plate for this car. Not only that, the car doesn't like the driver's seat belt, the knee airbag. I bought a brand new seat belt from BMW. I couldn't find one that I could trust. A new knee airbag is on its way, so I just need to wait for that one. The hood, the two struts, the pedestrian firing pins, those ones also I couldn't find one nearby, so I had to order a pair from UK. They're on their way as well. So for now, we have to change the two hood latches and also the driver's seat belt. Also, the new power distributor has arrived. You remember the one that we did the temporary fix on it. I bought a new one. It's a safety item. We cannot have it fixed like that, so we need to change this as well. So from what I can see on the new part is only these two that we need to open. And now this should just lift up. Really? Are you going to be easy with me? One connector out. The second connector is out. I guess we can destroy this one because we don't need it anymore, and I like to keep that thing intact. Okay, that one is out. All right, and now it's time to put the new one. All right, so close it up. And just doing the connections. And we close out this new one that we fitted on the passenger side, and connecting the yellow cable. Right, there you have it. Oops, I forgot this. Alright, there you go. Cable done. Okay, time for the power distributor. Is very simple, so it has two plugs. So you have to put the clips first, like these two wires, push them in, and they will push themselves up and lock themselves in. Same with the other one. Why you hate me locking tab? Why? All right. It's in, be in, go in, stay in. I swear to God, BMW, you couldn't make this more annoying, couldn't you? Like, an accident happens and all of these break, really? Positive terminal lead, which we all know in a case of emergency, you can use this. Although I've seen so many videos of this not being able to send enough power, and then sending power through battery has been sufficient. Okay. And last bolt. Here you go. All right, job done. New power distributor unit in. All right, I'm gonna fit the brand new seat belt, which I've got from BMW, off camera. No news still from the two struts in the back for the pedestrian protection, and also for the knee airbag. So I'm just gonna wait for those to arrive as well. I have scheduled the car to go for a paint and a finish. This build, it has been a very challenging build, to be honest. But hey, if you like cars and you like puzzles, this can be addicting. All right, and I guess this is the time to end this episode. Thank you so much all for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next episode.